I'm Dominique Hamler, Executive Director at LAOP. I'm a registered nurse as well with 20 plus years experience, and I would love to introduce the esteemed, highly sought after Paradise Saghafi, and I'll let her tell you about herself.
Oh, thank you so much, Dominique. I'm Paradise Saghafi. I'm actually a primary therapist at LAOP, working alongside with Dominique. It's a pleasure.
Likewise. So we're kicking off a series, a roundtable series with discussions on mental health. These are hot topics, right? And today we want to provide some situational coping skills and, skills to get you ready for the holiday season.
Oh, yeah, of course.
So let me start with a statistic, okay?
Sure.
So U.S. adults are feeling joyous, right? Everybody's got the holiday cheer, but they're overwhelmed just because the season is here. 89% say that concerns of not having enough money, missing out on loved ones, anticipating that family conflict, we're all looking forward to that, can cause them stress. This is a new poll that was from the American Psychological Association. Let's just take a deeper dive, right? And we're going to look at how to apply coping skills and how we can benefit, your mental health and well-being this holiday season, because we want tools and tactics, right?
Oh, yeah, sure.
So, Paradise, let's talk about navigating social anxiety. Right, this is not unfamiliar in this space. So I'm going to start with a situation, and then we'll take it from there. So I'm driving to a friend's party, and I'm kind of already triggered in the car, thinking about having to get there, and I'm feeling like, are people going to like me? Am I going to be wanted? So the question I'll ask you, this is the question I'll pose: how can I calm down and feel more comfortable in stressful situations when I'm feeling extra socially anxious during this holiday season?
So first of all, anxiety is such a common thing.
Right.
Like, let's validate that.
Okay.
And whenever we do anything new, like whenever we want to try something new, going out, meeting with people, God knows what's going to happen. Of course I'm anxious.
Right.
So let's validate that there's something that will happen. Okay. And it's so normal.
Okay.
So deep breathe in. Yes, it is anxiety provoking. Yeah. I don't know what they're gonna ask. I don't even know if I'm gonna like the food or not.
Sure.
Who's showing up there? Is my dress good?
Right.
So all of this is valid.
Okay.
First thing first.
Okay.
Please go ahead and have fun.
Okay.
Reality is, if it's not good, leave. You have your car keys. You're not obligated to stay anywhere.
Right, right.
The second one is, always deep breath in.
Okay.
Excuse yourself with a bathroom trick.
Okay.
I always teach this to clients here in LAOP, that they can regulate the anxiety. You are feeling anxious at this very moment. Take a breathe in, go to the bathroom, wash your face.
Right.
Oh, you have a makeup on.
Yeah,
Sorry. Use the washcloth and put it around your neck.
Okay. Okay.
So the understanding that it is okay to be anxious.
Right.
And that you have a plan to leave the situation, it already brings down the anxiety.
Right. So I love what you said, having a plan, right? And then for some reason, you don't think about the fact that you can leave, right? You don't have to stay.
Yeah, people think that if I go to a party, I need to stay till the end of it. No, you can just say hi and say bye. Right. It depends on what you want, and it's okay.
Yeah. And then the other thing you said, which I really like, was that this is a normal feeling, right?
Oh,
it's
normal.
Okay to feel anxious. It's not anything foreign, right?
Not at all.
Love that.
Not at all.
Love that. So let's move on to the next topic.
Sure.
So we're talking about managing holiday loneliness. Okay, kind of makes me sad just thinking about it. This is a situation. So we have someone that recently relocated to a new city for work. And they're feeling especially lonely. There's no friends, there's no family, right? They're isolated. Tell me what coping strategies can be used to navigate holiday loneliness when away from your usual support system.
Technology.
Oh.
Hey, pick up the phone and do a FaceTime. Why not? That is the best way to do it. Actually, it's one of the good ways to do it because you can manage how long you want to be on the phone with them.
Right.
So why not? And it's, at the same time, it's very accessible.
Okay.
You can do that. And again, being lonely, being in a new city, as you described, of course you will feel sad.
Right.
Of course.
Right.
The problem is that when people start feeling sad and they're starting judging their sadness. Oh my God, I should not be sad. Yeah, you're alone.
Right.
And you're going to be sad. And it's okay. Again, it's okay that you feel those feelings. I really suggest everybody to go and do a volunteer.
Okay.
That is the best way. Give something.
Yeah.
And actually, we use this at LAOP.
Okay.
That we one of our interventions for depression is like, hey, you don't want to get out of bed, right? You feel sad. How about you do something good for somebody else?
Okay.
Reality is like when you do that, you feel very good.
Right.
You feel good first, and then the person who's receiving it.
Wow.
So volunteer, be part of a community. Let's say you don't want to do that.
Okay.
Walk out, put your jacket on, your red lipstick, and go to a movie theater. Okay. Have a little fun. Or try something new.
Right, right. Love it. Okay, you guys, you heard it first. Have fun. You don't have to be lonely. Use technology. We all have technology. It's literally at our fingertips, right?
Oh, it's fabulous.
Love it. So you don't have to be lonely, you guys. So let's talk about, this is a good one. Political boundaries, okay? Because maybe that might be one reason why you're kind of isolating yourself because you don't want to venture out, right? So here's a situation. I'm going to a family gathering.
Yay.
Right? Yes.
It's already anxiety provoking.
Love it, right? It's like, here we go, deep breathe, in, out.
Exactly.
So we know the situation is going to be politically charged. There are going to be discussions with my uncle, my aunt, you know, and I don't know if I should avoid the confrontation. Should I stick up for myself? Because you know they're not going to change their mind, right? That's the situation, okay? And then the question would be, in the family setting with these type of political discussions, how can one set boundaries and assert beliefs without like escalating like through the roof in these heated disagreements?
That is actually one of the challenging ones.
Okay.
And just imagine going to that party and sitting at an uncle and aunt, and they have opposite ideas about politics.
Yeah.
Yay, that is very hard. Hold on a second. Reality is like, what is your goal is.
Okay.
What do I want? Do I want the whole family to agree what I'm saying? There's a goal one.
Okay.
My objective.
Right.
Is that very important? Or do I want to have great relationship with my family, meaning if I leave the room, they still like me?
Okay.
Do I want that? That is another goal.
Sure.
Or my self-respect is very important. I feel I didn't manipulate anybody. I was honest. I was my true self, authentic, all the goodies.
Right.
So when I'm going in my bed, I feel good and I sleep well.
Right. Right.
So first is, what is the goal?
Okay.
What do you want to do?
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Reality is politics are one of the hardest conversation, most conflict-provoking conversations, and they can be fun.
Okay. Okay.
Stay curious. Know about it. You don't need to agree.
Right.
Hey, uncle, you were saying, huh? Sure, you might bite your tongue too, and you will learn.
Right.
So if I lean into conversations and interactions and opinions, like curious, trust me, they will stop convincing you. Okay. Because they need that validation. So validate them.
Okay. Okay.
Inject some love,
Sure.
respect. You got this.
Right. Right.
And again, if it doesn't go well, it might use the bathroom. Always excuse yourself.
Right,
Like it's just a good way of balancing your own anxiety or your own distress.
Totally.
To just get some time off.
Yeah.
Create some space.
Right.
Hey, this is escalating, and I will see you in a second.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
So curiosity, love, and engagement.
Yeah.
Reality is that you don't see your uncle, and maybe you're one of the lucky ones, I don't know, but you don't see your uncle and aunt every day. You don't. You just create a memory. It's shifting your perspective of how you are.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let them believe in the politics that they want to
Let them have it.
They're not the president, so they're fine.
They're fine. I love it. Shifting your perspective, because automatically, we talked about when I'm going to the gathering, I'm already building up anxiety, building up tension within myself.
Correct.
And then I heard you say, it's not even about that. It's about being goal-oriented.
Exactly.
Right? Figuring out what I want to gain from this experience. And then like what you said about the curiosity, just like learning, right? Learning something you can learn from this type of situation. I love it. I love it. Okay, and on that note, we're going to talk about personal boundaries because you've been touching on it, right? That structure and how to do it. We got the bathroom technique. I love that.
Oh, yeah. That works always.
Excuse me, I'll be right back. So the situation, you know what? We're going to another family gathering. Okay, we're going to another one. And again, it's always that pressure that's mounting. With intrusive questions. Oh, you're not married yet? You don't have any kids yet? What are you doing with your life? These questions that they're going to come up. They're topical. Have you gained weight? And you're like, you said biting your tongue earlier. That's a bite your tongue moment. And, in my mind, I'm like, okay, how do I handle this? Because I feel like I'm about to lose it, right? So the question is, how can individuals facing these overbearing relatives, they're going to just insert themselves inappropriately. And this is the holiday season. We're supposed to be jolly, having a good time. So let's look at effective communication techniques, boundary setting strategies, because you need to maintain your own personal space and well-being. So what do you think about that?
Reality is we need to prepare.
Yeah.
So it's not something like, hey, I'm going to go there and figure it out. Don't do that to yourself. It's very stress-provoking. Okay. So eat well, sleep well, take your medication if you're sick, address that vulnerability is lower. There's the first step.
Okay.
Take care of you.
Nice.
Before going to anything, have a game plan.
Yeah.
So what we are doing right now, all of our groups, like our group therapies, and we are working on coping ahead for the holiday season, because we want to see like what will happen, what will be the worst case scenario that happens to you, and what will be the emotion coming out. Okay. How we want to address that. Okay. What is your plan? If your mom said, oh, you wore this again? It happens. We know, like that is how family functions, and we know as we get closer to each other, the thorn's gonna touch.
My goodness.
Right? Like in the rose garden, it will happen. Yep. So we want to know what is the worst case scenario. Okay. And then I want to plan ahead. If my mom said this, I might need to leave the room. Right. If my mom said this, I might say, hey, Mom, do you want to come to the kitchen? Okay. Let's me and you have a conversation. Okay. Hey, I know you care, and it's hurting right now. Oh, wow. Okay. So I really want to emphasize on this, because when we talk about boundary making, usually it gets very rigid. Yeah. People think like, oh, I need to make my point and be there, and inject some love in it, some compassion in it, and try to see it from the other person. Okay. Reframe. And again, before going, plan for it. Yeah,
I love that. So plan ahead.
Plan ahead.
Okay. We don't want to go in and just be blindsided because we don't have a plan. We haven't figured out in our minds what is the worst case scenario, like you said, because if you figure that out and you reframe your mind, you'll be prepared. Yes. Right? Preparation, you guys. Preparation is
yes, completely.
Love it. So I'll go back to another statistic.
Sure.
A new poll revealed that Americans are 5 times more likely to say that their level of stress increases rather than decreases during the holidays. Again, this is a festive, joyous time, right? It's the most wonderful time of the year, right? So let's go back to another question.
I have a comment on that, Dominique.
Please.
The reality is, if you're part of an individualistic culture, that you are responsible for your well-being in and out. Okay. As it's like the opposite of you being a social animal, that you need a constant connection. Right. If I live at like, let's say 9 months of the year, individually taking care of me, I'm more responsible, and I cut my connections. For sure, when I want to reconnect, it will be anxiety provoking. Wow. So it's just not people, it's the system. Okay. You know where I'm coming from? So of course, like if it was another way, I would be surprised.
Right, right. That connection.
The connection.
And that's just something that we need as human beings.
Yeah.
Do you agree?
Oh yeah. I think that is actually one of the most important foundation of mental health, connection
Oh, wow.
with others. That's why people go and isolate themselves and they don't engage. And then we talk about social anxiety and people stuck on that. I'm like, yeah, of course, every new thing is going to be anxiety provoking. But then those skills to connect, and that is something we work here on it like every day. Because we want to learn that.
We do. And that's I like what you said, learn, because that's a skill that maybe you didn't learn in childhood, right?
No.
So you couldn't develop it because you didn't know, right? You didn't know how important it is, right? To connect and to learn from each other. And again, you said you will experience anxiety, right? This is something that we have to live with, right? And understand that it's a part of our lives.
Yeah.
Are you or someone you know looking for treatment options in Los Angeles? The Los Angeles Outpatient Center is an adult clinic specializing in mental health and eating disorders. Located in Culver City, California, LAOP offers day and evening programs to accommodate individuals' busy lives and treatment needs. Each treatment plan is individualized and includes both group and individual therapy sessions and daily free nourishing meals. Most major insurance companies are accepted, and their program specialists are there to help you every step of the way. Learn more at laopcenter.com or by calling 888-928-3805.
Another topic is balancing work and holiday commitments. Okay, so the situation is, the holidays are always a busy time at work. And I also want to participate in the festive activities. But I'm struggling not to feel overwhelmed. Like, I got work, I got my commitments, I got everything going on, right? So the question is, as a professional with the demanding work commitments that come along with being a professional, how can one balance work responsibilities and participate in holiday events without feeling burnt out,
That's actually a great question, and I think that is a dilemma for any professional in a workforce.
Right.
Like, people are asking about it, and this been a subject of work-life balance.
Right.
Through recent years, was very bold. Reality is, look, what is the balance? What does balance means? It's different for different people.
Sure.
And at the same time, doesn't look the same for everyone.
I see.
Different professions.
Right.
So I just want to say some general ideas about it.
Great.
Be realistic. Realistic.
Okay.
Like, this is my budget,
Okay.
this is what I can do, and this is my time.
Okay.
So be realistic. And pen and paper is fabulous.
Oh, I love that.
Don't do it in your brain.
Right.
It's overwhelming. Just put it down, see it,
Okay.
and then you can manage it. For finances, for schedules, grab a calendar, just put it, make it practical, because there will be so many emotions during holiday season.
Right.
And we know that when we are emotionally dysregulated, above 3, all the skills is out of the door.
Wow.
You cannot do that.
Wow.
You need to calm down in order to, we say, go to your wise mind. To be able to pull from the emotion and judgment emotion and reason at the same time.
Got it.
So that is the first thing.
Okay.
The second one is try to see that this is an opportunity to take care of you.
Oh, self-care.
Self-care.
Come on.
You're going to see people. You're going to have fun. So that will bring down stress a little bit lower. Anxiety management. We do the tip skill. Like, wash your face with a cold water. Do a jumping jack. You see it downstairs. We do this. My clients, they are doing jumping jack most of the time because they're anxious. So, and pace breathing. This all can happen in a bathroom again. Sorry. I know it's kind of, I know it, because so many times people are like, hey, Paradise, where do you want me to do this? It's kind of embarrassing to do it in front of my whole family. Restroom. Yeah. Close the door and lock it and do your jumping jack, right?
Take your time.
So take care of your anxiety.
Love that.
Manage it, be realistic, and some grace.
Yeah.
It's a lot. Like, acknowledging and self-validation. Reality is, Dominique, like one of the new things, actually it's not that new, but anyway, it's recent. Articles that it came out and studies that have been done is like validation. If you are above 3, like your emotional intensity is above 3, validation can bring it down so quick.
Wow. And what scale is that? That's the anxiety
Emotion intensity.
Emotion intensity.
So when we get dysregulated, so we have a scale from 0 to 5. 0 meaning you're asleep, there's no emotion intensity. 5 is a volcano, like it's just
wow.
It's you don't feel and see anything. It's just so extreme. So 0 to 5, if you're at your 3 and you're going up the 3, that shows that you need to do your distress tolerance skills, meaning bring yourself down. The jumping jack, washing face, these are the easy ones. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5 things you see, 4 things you hear, if I'm not wrong, 3 things if you can touch, 2 things that you can smell, and 1 thing that you can taste. Because reality is like emotion can go up in a second, and people are different. Like I don't have a good sense of smelling. I don't. Some people, they feel more than others. They just go up and they stay there. So when they go up and we say up the 3, we want them to come down so they are able to actually pull from other skills.
And then I remember you said that validation, once
does
you're
wonders.
validated, it's going to de-escalate things. That's amazing.
And self-validation.
It's another one that I forget. And I'm sure I'm not alone in that.
No,
right?
not at all. Because Dominique, usually people start judging their, oh my God, I should. It's the judgment. I should not be angry. It's justified. Somebody blocked your goal. Of course you should be angry. Just notice it. You're angry.
Okay, wonderful. So that awareness. And then, so when you're looking at that scale, so obviously you're looking inside to see how you feel with your emotions, right? So you have to be in tune with that. I would imagine you need to be like, okay, I'm feeling angry, I'm feeling anxious. So identifying what you're feeling, right? So
that really needs some being mindful. Because we live mindlessly. And mindfulness is completely intentional. You choose to be mindful. You don't automatically go like, oh, I was mindful today. You were not, sorry. You were mindless, because that is the default of human beings. So mindfully, like, my heart rate is going up. I'm not feeling good. What is that? What is that emotion? So I can, as you said, identify it.
Because we do. We just kind of like business as usual. We'll keep going. Paradise, are you okay? I'm fine. You know, kind of dismissive a little bit about how we're feeling, right? Even though it's visual, like, you know, and visceral. You know?
Completely. Like, are you sure?
I'm okay.
So completely. And that is a good thing to check with our friends. Hey, you don't look fine. Do you want to talk about it? Or not?
Give them that outlet to expound on it or say
that
more.
Is so human. That is so human.
Yeah, it is, right? Because maybe that's what you want. Maybe that's the longing, right? That I want somebody to check in with me. And maybe that's just kind of my way. It's not the best coping skill, but maybe that's my way to cope, just to kind of go inward, you know, even though, like I said, visually, you know something's wrong, right?
I think as humans, we really want somebody to be our witness.
Absolutely.
Somebody to just see who we are and what I'm going through. That's all. And we should do that more.
We should. Because it's not easy.
Not easy. Not at all.
Not easy at all. And on that note, dealing with gift-giving stress. Okay, so we kind of talked about, you know, holiday commitments. We talked about, you know, the financial constraints. And we even talked about taking some people off that list, right? So I'm not giving you anything. So, but yet and still, I'm feeling pressured to give my friend. She gives me these expensive gifts, right? And thoughtful, you know, which leads to struggling with the financial disparity. You know, maybe I just don't have it. And I heard you say very clearly, like, look at your budget, right?
Look at your budget.
Look at what you see that you have to spend. And I'm looking at my current financial status. So the question would be, how can individuals manage the pressure of gift giving, ensuring a meaningful experience for both the giver and receiver, despite the financial differences? Like, she can afford the Tiffany bracelet. I can get you like a little Lucky Charms bracelet, maybe. You know, so how do we?
They're very cool.
Right? They're so nice, right?
I love them.
And they're cute.
They are.
I'm wearing bracelets now, so you know. I didn't break the bank with these, but anyway, how how can we manage that pressure, Paradise?
I know it's like quick tips for the holiday.
Yeah.
I really wanted to know why you feel pressured.
Yeah,
As a therapist, I want to say, why the pressure? And then, let's be realistic.
Right.
People don't have time to go therapy right now at this very moment. I actually encourage everybody to do that. It's a self-care.
Absolutely.
And at the same time, stay creative.
Okay.
I don't need to buy something necessarily. I can provide an experience. I can be like, hey, come over. I bought some food and stuff like that. Let's cook together. Give them an experience.
Yes.
Or you can make something with your hands, like a handmade stuff.
Nice.
Or you can write a letter.
Right.
There are so many things we can do. And I understand it's so valid when your friend is giving you a Tiffany bracelet. It's kind of, I feel the weight right now, to be honest. It's just, it's nerve-wracking, and you think you need to do the same thing. And I really, really encourage everybody to come out of that.
Okay.
Who said that you need to?
Right.
Who created that structure for you?
Right. So maybe I'm creating it, right? Maybe it's just coming out of nowhere because you asked that question, who created it?
Yeah.
So maybe it's coming from me.
Completely. Maybe it's inner thoughts, inner perception of if anybody give me a expensive gift, I need to return it same. Reality, Dominique, we know that. Do you in your friendships, in your connection, when somebody does something for you, do you do the same thing, or you come across another way? You are Dominique. You're your own person.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So pull from that. Why not? It's super cool.
I feel validated, right? Because you said you're telling me to be me, right? Be myself, turn on that creative brain, and be creative without emptying out my bank account.
Completely, and there is no pressure.
Right.
Check the facts. Where it's coming. This is like very important technique. Like whenever I'm doing something, why am I doing it?
Right.
And where is it coming from?
Where is it coming from?
Why the pressure? So I really want to. Sorry, I'm taking.
Want to take a deep dive.
I just so want to know, like challenge. Like, why? Who said that?
Yeah. I love that. And I feel like the pressure's off already with you asking me that question alone because I'm doing it to myself. We can talk about another topic that I know so many people deal with during the holidays. It's kind of like maybe it opens up old wounds, I would say, coping with grief, The situation could be, that someone lost their mom last year. And the holidays just feel different. And now I can't focus on anything but the loss, of my mom, So the question would be, Paradise, for those coping with grief during the holidays, how can individuals navigate festivities with sensitivity for themselves and those around them? They might feel guilty, right? That's what I'm thinking off the top of my head. You might feel guilty because my mom is not here and last year we did this. And so what can we tell our viewers?
Grief is actually a very challenging topic. People grieve different ways.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, there are expectations from the society, different cultures, that you need to grieve differently.
Right.
And people follow like steps of 5 steps of grief. Reality is so messy.
Yeah.
It's not as clean cut that you can get to it.
Right.
So you need to sit with it. Where are you with it?
Okay.
Validate it.
Yeah.
And it is going to be hurtful, especially loved ones like a mother.
Yeah.
It's just, it needs so much validation.
Right.
It needs so much validation, and it is hard.
Right.
Because you want to recreate another memory with them. They're not in the picture.
Right.
It's hurtful.
Very, very, very.
Just seeing that, just validating that, hey, it is. I really suggest, actually, it depends on where the person is coming from, what kind of a culture they're coming from. But I really want to promote this, like, if you are from individualistic culture, try to pull from people that you know. Try to be around people because they can help you to manage that stress. And some people, that doesn't work for them. That is valid too. They need to isolate. It's okay. It's completely understandable.
Wow.
And because it's very hard.
It is.
It's such a complex situation, experience. It's a human experience that is very complex.
Wow. I couldn't agree more because, again, reflecting on what you said, it's okay, right, to feel the way you feel. And I think that's the thing too. We put pressure on, oh, it's been 2 months, it's been 3 months, I should feel better by now, right?
Yeah, it doesn't work that way.
It doesn't work that way, right?
Sometimes people feel good for years,
right?
And they have a breakthrough, like feeling it, feeling that emptiness.
Right.
It's so valid.
Right.
It's
and it's
so
different
valid.
for everybody.
It's different for everybody. Culture does so much with it. How much a person perceives life. It's just, it's very complicated.
Right.
Yeah.
Extremely.
Very.
So, but I like what you said. This is the word for today, validation.
Oh, please do that.
I love it.
It's a magic.
I love it. And it's something that I need to put on my to-do list.
Oh, sure.
You know, Paradise.
Stop by.
I'll stop by. We can validate one another, right?
Oh my God, that is beautiful.
It's just so beautiful because it just gives me the reassurance that, and it just, you know, it's instantly relaxing, right? And I can just feel my anxiety decreasing because you're telling me that it's okay, right? And then you use the word judgment. So I can stop judging myself, right?
Oh, yeah. You can stop judging. And I'm going to share this because so many of my clients, they are having fun with this, like stopping the judgment.
Okay.
Reality, judgment is something that we need.
Okay.
I need to have a judgment to cross the street, stay alive.
Sure.
So judgment is something that we do. Judgment, when it goes to a moral and ethical and value of something, that is the part that we actually do a check.
Okay.
Because you can say this cup is beautiful, I can say it's plain. So me and you are what we are actually sharing is a judgment of ours. It's not factual. Because yours from me is different. But we two agree that this is white.
It is white, it is.
So judgment brings the emotional intensity so high.
I see.
And people are like me,
Yeah.
talented in judging my own judgments. Just imagine my emotional intensity that we talked 0 to 5 is up to 3.
It's going up.
I'm already getting anxious. I'm like, oh my God, how dare you to be sad or mad or angry?
Yeah.
You see where I'm coming from?
I see it. Yeah. And that's not helping the situation.
Validation helps.
Right? But the validation reverses that
Completely.
effect, brings that intensity down.
Yeah.
Okay, kids. Validation. You're validated. Everybody's validated. Well, Paradise, you are something special, I have to tell you. You know, you are a joy.
Oh, thank you.
And you gave some golden nuggets today.
My pleasure.
I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Thank you so
for
much,
what you
Dominique, for having
provide and what you do for our clients here at LAOP and Centered Health. You are very valuable.
It's an honor.
You know, so I want to tell you that. And I want to tell our audience, if you have any questions or topics for future discussions, she's the one, okay? Paradise has it. So please reach out or comment below to learn more about what Paradise has been discussing about our mental health services that we provide at LAOP. You can visit centeredhealth.com or you can call 888-794-8858. Thank you for watching, and until next time, take care of your mental health. Happy holidays, and you are validated.
Awesome.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, guys.